I have dedicated my time trying to find the best controller settings for this season, and with controller getting a brand new option, I had to find the perfect settings. So today I'll show the best slow and fast settings and the best settings for builds and zero builds, so make sure you stay till the end. By the end of this video, you will have the best aim.
Oh my god!
Let's go!
Aimbot, bro! Crack. Oh my god!
Let's hop right into the best settings for this season. Starting in the display tab, I play on windowed full screen. My resolution is 1920 by 1080. VSync I have off for the best delay. My frame rate limit is on unlimited. That's so I could get the highest FPS on this new performance mode. My brightness is 150. Colorblind is off and the strength on 0. I basically have view distance on medium, textures on medium as well. My mesh is on low. And yeah, in the advanced graphics, NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency, I have this on plus boost. In the audio tab, you could copy what you want from here, but if you have a different headset, it doesn't really matter, so just pick the best settings for you. Sound quality, I have this on low, and visualize sound effects off, but I would recommend turning this on actually. Okay, skipping over the communication tab into the game tab, and there's definitely a lot of important settings in here. In the movement section, honestly, not too many important settings there, but scrolling down, auto sort consumables to the right, this is a really good feature, have this on. In the building tab, I have reset and turbo building both on. Make sure those are both on, that's super important. In the editing section, simple edit, I have this off. Disable pre-edit option, I have this on, and auto confirm edits to both. Now, if you notice, sometimes you get stuck on a lot of edits. If you turn this off, that actually fixes this. But yes, I have this on, and I do recommend auto confirm edits on both. Definitely have this on both. Scrolling down in the extra game options, make sure most of these are off, like these 3 settings. The FOV should be to the max, and then scrolling down, make sure replays are all off and energy saving is set to never, as well as these 2 settings off. Okay, now in the game UI, this is the reticle section. Have your reticle obviously on, reticle ammo indicator also on, both the spreads off, pull reticle, this is a newer setting, turn this off, damage numbers on list and reticle damage feedback off. And for the damage number scale, I have this on 125, that's the highest it could go, and HUD scale on 70. And you could copy the rest of the options here. Skipping over gyro, I have these all off, and same with the keyboard settings, all off. But now into the best controller settings. We're gonna get into the best settings for builds right now, then the best settings for zero builds, so let's get right into them. Okay, so these are the current settings I'm using for builds. Make sure your edit hold time is to the lowest, and slide hold time, I have this to the highest. Scrolling down into the sensitivity, for the look speed, I have it on 9 with the aim down sights on 2, and these grayed out parts do matter, trust me. If you want to change those, go to use advanced options, turn this off, and you could change these. Just make sure you copy these settings. Trust me, I've been practicing in the aim trainer, and these are definitely the best settings. For build mode, 2.3, edit mode, 2.2. For the look speeds, both on 39 with no boost ramp time, and instant boost when building is off. If you go up here, I did that because my build mode is already at 2.3, which is pretty high, so it doesn't matter. You could turn this setting off. For the ADS, 8 and 9 with no boost ramp time, and the scope speed is on 0.95. Now this actually does seem slow, but when you practice with it, it's perfect. I'll show you a clip in the aim trainer right now. As you just saw, these settings are actually crazy. They're not too fast, and you could track targets perfectly on these settings. But in the advanced settings, look dampening time, I have this to the lowest, on linear of course, with both aim assist on 100. You can try tracking on 99, and you might actually get more aim assist from what I've saw, but for me, I'm gonna keep it on 100 for right now. For the dead zones, 10 and 8, this is so I don't get drift, but if you also don't get drift, honestly, I would go to the lowest you could go. This will give you the most aim assist possible, but I'm gonna keep mine on 10 and 8 because I do have a little bit of drift on my left stick. But for the trigger release, 35 and 28. These are perfect if you want instant triggers. For foot controller, I have this off. and the dead zones also to the lowest. Now for the binds, you could just copy what you want from here. I'm going to scroll through them. Now for the best settings for zero builds, and these settings are actually aimbot, I'm not gonna lie, but let's get right into them. The only things I changed from the build sensitivity, because when I play zero builds, I like a little slower of a sensitivity. My look speeds are both on 1. My build and edit obviously the same. It doesn't matter for zero builds because you can't build or edit. But my look speeds, I actually lowered these both to 35, and that's just so I could hit every shot up close. In zero builds, you really don't need a fast sensitivity. I have my boosts both off and turning boost ramp time also on 0. Instant boost when building off doesn't matter, of course, but my ADS is on 8.9. I kept those the same, and 8.9 is honestly the perfect speed. 8 for horizontal just keeps it slower, and the vertical if you need it, like if they impulse, you got that faster vertical speed. Both the boosts on 0 because you don't need those for this sensitivity, and scope speed on 0.90. I lowered that for zero builds, obviously, because you need to track targets farther away, and yeah, that's why. For look dampening time on 0, I kept that the same as the build one. On linear, of course, and both aim assist on 100. And for the dead zones, 15 and 8, I raised the left stick for zero builds. It's way better, just trust me on that. And the trigger release, the same at 35 and 28. Foot controller off, and yeah. Let's get into some gameplay on these settings. This will be build gameplay though. But just before we get into the gameplay, I'm doing a PC giveaway, and no, this is not a joke. Once my 1v1 map reaches 1,000 players, I'm gonna pick someone from the comments that comments PC, and I'll post proof in the community tab, and we'll do so many more giveaways once we reach that 1,000 player goal. And that's why I use these settings. Oh my gosh, bro. These settings are actually crazy.